You said something similar. You said the level of the radioactive. That especially sounds strange. Usually radiation level. Or you would say, if you want to say the level of radiation, that's okay. Back to Yujong. The more likely you are being contaminated, or another word you could use is susceptible. Susceptible, kind of vulnerable. You used a phrase that was a little bit awkward, the brain worker, right? And you said white collar, that's fine. If you want to emphasize you're using your brain, maybe something intellectual or something like that might be a good word to use. Not all white collar jobs are really using the brain that much. And I hopefully believe. You can say I really believe, I truly believe, but you wouldn't say I hopefully believe. You would just say I hope, right? And tehi. Got hurted, the past tense of hurted is just hurt. Got hurt. 2/3 of jobs, just add the word of. They can use it badly. It sounds strange to use badly as an adverb right there. They can use it for evil. Is a common one. If you don't want to emphasize evil, right? Just something bad, they can use it in bad ways or something like that. Lastly, they backlashed her. Backlash, I don't think it's really used as a verb that much. It's usually a noun. So she experienced some backlash. There was some backlash. They gave her backlash, maybe is what I would say.
Or can I say then they attacked her?
That's fine. Absolutely fine. You were talking about the movie. You said Hugh Jackman comes. Maybe Hugh Jackson stars in that, or Hugh Jackson is in that one, not comes. Then you were talking about the thing again. You said there's two sides. I think you meant there's two guys, right? There's two people. It sounded like, when you were telling the story, it sounded like the robot had two sides, right? You were talking about a robot, and then you said there's two sides. An engineer and a gangster. Yeah, two sides. Maybe emphasize that they're people. Two guys, two individuals, something like that. Pronunciation-wise, it sounded like you said automation, like you gave an extra T in there. Just automation. Automation. And then when you were talking about watching, you said has a data of 1,000 doctors, blah, blah, blah. In that situation, probably say database. It has a database of 1,000 doctors, this and that it can use. Suhyun, there was an argument. AI can take mankind. Maybe AI can overtake mankind or take over mankind. You said it was too far worry. I wasn't exactly sure, but maybe it was too big a worry. It was too much of a worry, even is a little bit better. You said it can do coding faster than I do. Yeah, that's fine, actually. I wrote down to say it's faster than I can, but when I heard myself say it, it sounds fine. And it's much easier instead of very. Ara, you said, I think you were talking about her, Scarlett Johansson is an AI. An AI isn't an object, right? She is a robot. She's not an AI. She is an example of AI, or she is, I forget what they called her in that movie. Operating system, right? OS or something like that. She is not an AI. AI is not really a singular type of thing. So is a machine that operates using AI, or is an example of AI. Otherwise, we're using AI kind of very generally. They chasing relationship with that guy. Is that the word you used? Chasing? I couldn't really hear you. Chasing relationship with that guy. Pursuing sounds better than chasing. And just because I saw the movie, right? Chasing sounded strange to me right there. Pursuing. Or just she was had a relationship, was in a relationship, something like that. I don't like that kind of things, those kind of things. And it makes me more time, probably say takes instead of makes. Q, 17 hours by flight. 17 hours by plane or just a 17-hour flight is probably even better. It was a 17-hour flight. It took me 17 hours by plane, by flight. By plane sounds better. Usually you say by train, by car, by plane. And then, did you say Arab Springs? Is that what you called it? I don't know. Just from my experience, I always heard it called Arab Uprising. Uprising. That's what I heard it called, but they may have different names for it. As a few female engineer, maybe you want to say as one of the few female engineers, right? You are one of them. There are not many, but there are a few. You said can be recommended in a useful way. AI, maybe, can be recommended in a useful way. Maybe say can be applied in a useful way. Recommend sounds too much like, hey, this is a good idea. You said in addition with it. Maybe say in addition to it. And in the end, when you were talking about AI can be replaced, 3D can be replaced. Not can be replaced, can replace. AI is not being replaced, they are doing the replacing. And Kelly, you said their age is like 20s. Maybe you can say they are all in their 20s. Talk behind each other, you need to say each other's backs. It sounds better if you say that, to talk behind each other's backs. When I looked the TV show, watched the TV show, you said he adopted the family in the movie AI. He was adopted. He is not taking the kid. He was adopted. And you said it can be very disaster. You would want to use the adjective form, disastrous. Disastrous is a useful one.